Fans are so excited for this show to come. Tell me, when you got the original pitch, what your reaction was.
I was super excited. Gia honestly reached out to me and was like, we're doing this. You have to come and do this show with me. And I was like, this is a really fun opportunity. Live in New York City and meet a bunch of new people.
You grew up on TV. You're the kid of a housewife. What was that experience like?
Honestly, it was amazing. You know, I think it's such a blessing. I started filming for the first time when I was 5, which is crazy. And I feel like it really shaped me into who I am today.
I love that. Like, talk to me about kind of how you think it was different than other kids. I know that you said that kids weren't allowed to be friends with you. What is that about?
You know, I mean, people saw my mom drinking wine and smoking her cigarettes on Real Housewives. And so the second moms got wave of that, and my mom saying the F word and whatever. They were like, you're not allowed to be friends with her. You can't go to her house. Definitely a few of those.
In her solo cup, in the house, drinking her wine.
In her robe, with her cigarette.
Yes.
Definitely iconic Kim.
I cannot. Okay, talk to me about who you really bond with immediately on the show and who you don't hit it off with.
Yes. So Gia obviously has always been a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And she introduced me to Brooks, who I love. And then me and Riley reconnected throughout the show.
Yes.
Yes. And she is like my best friend ever. We definitely really hit it off.
Good.
As well as Amira. Amira is my girl. I hang out with her all the time. We do double dates all the time.
Yeah.
I would say that I definitely did not hit it off with Charlie. We definitely get into it quite a bit. And then there's some comments from some other girls on the show that we definitely get into a little bit as well.
When you look back at that footage and you see that clip of you and Riley talking about boyfriends, it is so cute. What goes through your mind?
Honestly, it's still the exact same way.
Yes.
Like we are still, she's like, do you have a boyfriend? I'm like, yes, Hudson, you know, and Riley, I feel like it's the same way with her mom. Like boys got to go through the loops for Kandi to approve.
Your mom, Kim, and Kandi kind of had a falling out. So how did that affect your relationship going into this show?
You know, I think we wanted to keep our mom's drama very separate from us. You know, we're grown women now at this point. We were 10. That was kind of the reason we stopped being friends. How do we get to each other's houses? How do we do anything, you know? But now we really haven't gotten into it. We want to parent trap our parents to get them to rekindle their friendship.
That is a good idea. Well, now Kandi's not in Atlanta, but fans do want your mom back. Do you think she'd go back to Housewives of Atlanta?
I think she should. I think she should. She's in a totally different era of her life than she has been for the last 13 years, and I think it'd be awesome.
Okay.
Kim and Kroy have been in the headlines a lot in the last few years with their marriage. How have you handled that?
You know, I try to keep my relationship with both of them very separate, you know, and not let their divorce affect the fact my mom and my dad, you know. I don't read the tabloids. I don't want to know. I don't like to know. You know, everyone spends it how they want. But, you know, it's definitely been a difficult couple years, but trying to just stay together as much as we can as a family in whatever ways to get through this.
Any chance of them getting back together?
Absolutely not.
You think it's definitely no?
No.
Okay.
I think it was in the air for a while, you know. I begged my mom, I was like, I don't want you guys to get divorced, please, no. Like, I love your love, and no, there's no hope. I think the fighting for full custody on my dad's part was the end, all be all.
I do miss your family on reality TV, so we're so excited to have you back on our TVs, Ariana.
Excited.
Okay, quick rapid fire, and then I'm gonna let you go. Who's the villain this season?
Charlie.
Who's the peacemaker?
Brooks.
Who's the funny one?
All of us.
Who parties the hardest?
Riley or Charlie.
Who has the best fashion?
Ava.
Worst fashion?
Ava.
This look is so cute, by the way.
So much.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I really
We're so
appreciate
excited
it.
for you.